Carly stepped onto the college campus, her white hair gleaming in the sunlight. She looked around with wide, innocent eyes, taking in the bustling scene of students rushing to and fro. It was her first day, and everything felt new and exciting. As she made her way to her first class, she bumped into a tall, dark-haired man. "Oh, I'm so sorry," she exclaimed, looking up at him. Their eyes met, and for a moment, time seemed to stand still. "No worries," the man said gruffly, his intense gaze lingering on her face. "I'm Professor Molovic, and you are?" "Carly," she replied softly. "I'm new here." Molovic nodded, a hint of a smile playing at his lips. "Welcome to Darkwood University, Carly. I have a feeling we'll be seeing a lot of each other." As he walked away, Carly felt a shiver run down her spine. There was something dangerous about Professor Molovic, something that both thrilled and terrified her. Over the next few weeks, Carly found herself drawn to the mysterious professor. He taught her literature class, and she hung on his every word. But Molovic kept his distance, afraid to act on his growing feelings for the young student. One night, everything changed. Carly had gone to a party off campus, drinking more than she should have. She stumbled home in the darkness. She heard a commotion in a nearby alley. Curiosity got the better of her, and she peered around the corner. What she saw made her blood run cold. Professor Molovic stood over a man's body, a bloody knife in his hand. But it wasn't fear that Carly felt. It was excitement. Molovic looked up, his eyes meeting hers. For a long moment, they stared at each other in silence. Then, to his shock, Carly smiled. She walked over to him, her steps steady despite the alcohol in her system. "Need some help hiding the body?" she asked casually, as if they were discussing the weather. Milovic's jaw dropped. This wasn't the innocent girl he thought he knew. There was darkness in her, a darkness that called to his own twisted soul. "I'm going to train you," he said suddenly, his voice low and intense. "I'm going to make you sexier, deadlier than you ever imagined." Carly's eyes lit up with a wicked gleam. "No," she purred, pressing herself against him. "I want to become your most excited weapon." In that moment, a dangerous partnership was born. Molovic introduced Carly to his world, a world of organized crime, violence, and power. He was more than just a professor. He was a key player in the city's most feared mafia organization. Under Milovic's tutelage, Carly flourished. She learned to fight, to kill, to manipulate. Her innocent facade became her greatest weapon, allowing her to get close to targets before striking with lethal precision. As they worked together, their attraction grew into a fierce, unconsuming love. They were two broken souls who had found their perfect match in each other's darkness. "You're a natural at this," Molovic murmured one night as they lay tangled in blood-stained sheets. "It's like you were born for this life." Carly smiled, tracing patterns on his chest with a delicate finger. "Maybe I was. Maybe I was just waiting for you to show me who I really am." Their rise through the ranks of the criminal underworld was meteoric. Carly's beauty and seeming innocence disarmed their enemies, while Molovic's cunning and ruthlessness ensured their success. They became known as the Angel of Death and the Shadow King, appeared to be feared and respected in equal measure. But their path was not without obstacles. Rival gangs sought to take them down. Law enforcement closed in, and even within their own organization, there were those who resented their rapid ascent to power. One night, they found themselves cornered in an abandoned warehouse, surrounded by enemies on all sides. Gunfire echoed through the cavernous space as Carly and Molovic fought back to back. "We might not make it out of this one," Molovic growled, reloading his weapon. Carly laughed, the sound both beautiful and chilling. "Then we'll go down fighting, my love, together, as always." As bullets whizzed past him, Carly felt more alive than ever before. This was what she was meant for: danger, violence, and the intoxicating thrill of dancing on the edge of death. Just when it seemed all hope was lost, reinforcements arrived. The tide of battle turned, And soon Carly and Molovic stood victorious amidst a sea of fallen foes. Breathing heavily, they turned to each other. Molovic cupped Carly's face in his hands, marveling at the fire in her eyes. "You are magnificent," he whispered. Carly grinned, her white hair stained red with blood. We both were unstoppable together, okay? As they kissed passionately, surrounded by carnage, Carly knew she had found her true calling. From naive college girl to deadly mafia assassin, her transformation was complete. In the years that followed, Carly and Molovic's power only grew. They ruled the criminal underworld with an iron fist, their love for each other matched only by their capacity for violence. Carly never regretted the path she had chosen. In Molovic, she had found not just a lover, but a kindred spirit, someone who understood and embraced the darkness within her. Together, they built an empire on blood and shadows. And as they stood atop their criminal kingdom, hand in hand, Carly knew that this was always meant to be her destiny. From the outside, people still saw her as the sweet, innocent girl with white hair. But those who truly knew her understood the truth. Carly was a force of nature, beautiful and deadly, capable of both tender love and ruthless violence. She was Molovic's most prized weapon, his partner in every sense of the word. And she wouldn't have it any other way. They faced the future together. Carly and Molovic knew that nothing could stand in their way. They had found each other, found their true selves, and in doing so, had become something greater than either could have imagined. Their love story was one of darkness, passion, and power. It was a tale whispered in fear by their enemies and spoken of in awe by their allies. The naive college girl and the brooding professor had become legends in their own time. And as Carly looked into Molovic's eyes, seeing the same fire and darkness that burned within her own soul, she knew that their journey was far from over. There were still battles to be fought, empires to conquer, and new depths of depravity to explore together. "What's next, my love?" she asked, a wicked smile playing on her lips. Molovic pulled her close, his touch both gentle and possessive. "The world, my darling. The whole damn world." Carly laughed, the sound echoing through their opulent penthouse. "I can't wait," she purred, before pulling him into a kiss that promised both pleasure and pain. As night fell over the city they ruled, Carly and Molovic plotted their next move. Their love was a dangerous, all-consuming force, one that would leave destruction in its wake and forge a legacy that would endure for generations to come. From college to criminal empire, from innocence to infamy, their journey had been one of transformation and self-discovery, and it was far from over. For Carly and Molovic, the greatest adventures and the darkest deeds were yet to come.